What's up, everybody? So happy to be back. So this is going to be a very long awaited video. Guys, you might know I get asked all the time, Joe, what should I be doing about my chest? Tonal comes with a flat bench. They haven't upgraded, in that package that they give you, that $500 package that comes with the rope, the handles, the roller, all those things, and the bench. They haven't given us an upgraded flat bench yet. I'm hoping we see that in the future, guys. Unfortunately, right now, as you are well aware, we have not seen that yet. Hopefully, Tonal will upgrade to a nice, small, compact, but adjustable bench so you can do some incline and decline fly movements on the Tonal. Now, another thing I'm hoping that Tonal comes up with is an incline and decline movement for their moves on their machine in their Tonal library. So can you do an incline and decline movement if you don't have the movements in the library? Yes, absolutely you can, guys. You can do it. As you guys might have seen in my other previous videos, I showed you, I demonstrated an incline and decline fly movement. So you guys can see that it is possible to do, and it's also possible to do a one-armed bench press movement, which is on the Tonal, but I recommend to you guys doing a one-armed crossover. So rather than come straight out, you're going to come to the right or to the left. And the reason why is, guys, you are hitting the top, the middle, and the bottom of your chest during that crossover movement. It's basically like doing a fly, right? A chest fly where you can really concentrate on this, except you can load up with some heavy weight because you're not standing, and that weight isn't going to pull you back and get you off center because you have the bench underneath you, okay? So if you guys are familiar with the channel, I've been talking about doing that crossover movement for a while, but all the time I get spoken to by the beautiful people that watch this channel. People reach out and say, Joe, should I buy an adjustable bench? Should I buy an adjustable bench? Guys, I am going to tell you right now, I've been doing inclines and declines with my adjustable bench, and I absolutely 100% would recommend that you get it. Whether Tonal does not have the movements in the library yet or not, which they don't, I still recommend you get it, guys, because you have the generic handle movement that you can use when you're using the Tonal. So rather than, you can't hit incline fly or decline fly, but you can hit generic handle movement. So that's going to give you your generic handle movement that you can use for whatever workout you want, okay? But I'm hoping Tonal implements that soon. Now, why do I recommend that you guys get it? Well, it might seem obvious, but I'll discuss it anyway. So with the incline and decline move, you guys are going to be able to hit the top portion of your chest and the bottom portion. Now you might be thinking, Joe, you said that you can hit the top and the bottom with that crossover. You absolutely can. And in fact, you can hit all three segments of your chest, especially the middle, where you can get a nice crease in your chest. You can hit all those movements with very heavy weight and with almost, at least in my experience, with almost no shoulder fatigue, okay? Now, with the incline and decline fly using a variable bench, you hit the top and the bottom of your chest even, I would say, just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. But that little bit is going to go a long way. But the problem, guys, the problem is that, and it's a problem even off of Tonal, when you do an incline and decline bench, as you guys might be aware, many people, not everybody, but many people are going to feel shoulder fatigue even before their chests actually burn out on the movement, even before. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you're going to have to really concentrate on trying to take out the shoulder fatigue by doing one of two things, or maybe even both things that I mentioned right now. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to either keep a nice comfortable base weight and load up the heavy weight for the eccentric portion of the movement, or you're going to want to stretch your movements rather than do, let's say, for example, a 12 rep set. Stretch it to like maybe a 15 or 20, which is going to stretch out. It's going to thin out the amount of weight on each rep that you do. Or you can even implement both. What do I recommend? I recommend trying to stick to a 12 rep range, as you guys know. So I like to have a comfortable base weight, but load up heavy on the eccentric. Because when you're loading heavy on the eccentric, if you're doing, let's say, an incline, right? You're doing an incline, you can come up easy, and then it pulls back with the heavy weight. So you're not using your shoulder to push the weight out. You're just using your shoulder to stabilize on the way down. Okay? So that's going to allow you to hit your chest much heavier doing these movements without so much shoulder fatigue, which may cause you to be able to effectively work your chest in a great way using the incline and decline bench movements without burning your shoulders out. Okay? Now, guys, so I've made a list over here, and I just want to discuss a couple of things on the list in case I haven't touched on them already. So what you're going to have to do is, since this is a generic handle move, guys, I thought that tonal actually increased and decreased the weight automatically for a generic handle move. I believe that in the past it has, but over the last couple of weeks, as I've been trying this movement, it hasn't. So you're going to have to increase or decrease your own weight when it comes to this. So let's say you're trying to feel out, okay? This is a new movement, the incline or decline bench press. It might be a new movement for you. Maybe you're used to just the standard bench press on tonal. So you're going to have to find a weight that is comfortable. How do you do that? Guys, I recommend you start out using a lower weight than what you think is necessary. And let's say, for example, you put it on 12 rep range, okay? If you know for a fact that you can do, let's say, 20 pounds on one of those movements, put it on 20. And for every rep that you go over the 12, add 1 pound more the next time you go after your rest to come back and do that movement, okay? So, for example, let's say you're doing a 12 rep set, okay? And you end up doing 15, I recommend adding 1 pound, so it would be 12, 13, 14, 15, so add 3 more pounds because you hit 15. And do that for every rep that you go past the rep goal that you set for yourself, okay? Add 1 pound. That's going to get you down to the range that you want, a comfortable range, and then increase the eccentric, all right? So that's my recommendation for that. So you might have to manually find out what weight is good for you, but keep in mind that you want to be able to try, in my opinion, just my opinion, might work for you too though, I recommend it for you, try to hit 12 reps with the amount of weight that you're using, all right? And load up on the eccentric so that you have a nice, comfortable 12 reps going like this, nice and comfortable, but very heavy coming down to really work those muscles in your chest without burning out your delts. You don't want to burn out your delts first. The bench press is not a delt movement specifically. It's for your chest, okay? Another thing, I would recommend you don't do any front delt, isolated front delt work, okay? So no, none of these delt raises, nothing like that, okay? I would recommend not doing overhead press. The reason why is, guys, you're getting a ton of delt work already, okay? Whether you're on regular bench press, incline bench press, decline bench press, no matter what you're doing, if it involves bench press, you're working your front delt. So, guys, in my opinion, unless you have some reason why you really want to work your delts even harder, I would recommend you don't do any isolated delt work because that can actually overtrain your delts. You're already getting delt training. Why implement more delt? Okay, that's just my opinion. All right. So another thing, let's see here. Okay, something that I don't like, but it is what it is. Guys, I've told you from the beginning, Tonal has a strength score. Okay, Tonal calculates its strength score however it calculates it. You can find out on the website how it calculates, but it's nice to see that strength score go up. Guys, ever since I implemented these few movements into my routine, ever since I implemented it, I've seen my strength score drop. Why? The reason why, guys, is because these movements, I've been training with Tonal for a minute. And the only thing that we've had so far with training Tonal is pretty much your pretty much middle chest workout, right? So your middle chest is getting stronger because you're going like this. Now, I only started implementing a short time ago the crossover movement, which helps a lot. But because you have not consistently worked on your upper chest or lower chest with Tonal, if your muscles in those areas are lacking, Tonal's going to pick up the fact that you need a lighter weight until your upper and lower chest build up to a certain point. Tonal's going to pick that up. Guys, I've dropped like 7 or 8 points within the last couple of weeks. It's crazy. So keep that in mind. You're going to see that score go down. But guys, it's not about the score. Okay, I know that Tonal is trying to do something magnificent with his strength score. And it is. And there's a lot of good to it. But guys, they are just numbers. Bring it back to basics. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay? Did he have a strength score? Absolutely not. He did what he had to do. He used his body and the pain that he went through and the suffering in the gym to tell him when he was done and whether or not he had a good workout. You're going to have to bring it back to basics, okay? Having the strength score is great, but guys, it's not all about that number going up. It's motivating, and it can also be very deflating watching it go down. But guys, it's not about the number. It's about the quality of your workout. Get a good quality workout. Burn yourself out. That is what you're going to know is working. That's how you're going to know if it works, okay? And if you go back, let's say you're switching your routine up this week when you do chest, you're going to do the top of your chest. The next time you do chest, you do the middle. And then the next time you do chest, you do lower. If you are still getting very good reps with very good power, doing the regular bench press movement, still getting very good reps and maybe even increasing, that's how you know you're getting stronger, okay? You're going to know because Tonal already knows the way you work on that movement because you've been doing that movement since day one. And if you're increasing on that, that's good. If you're decreasing on that, you might be overtraining. You might be getting weaker. Maybe you have to eat more, right? There's different reasons why, okay? But for the movements that you're familiar with on Tonal, those should be going up. And you should be seeing the new movements that you're implementing, such as incline and decline bench, go up as well, okay? You should see those go up as well. It might take a little time if you're not used to it, but trust me, that will come if your training is correct, if your eating and rest is correct. Okay, do I recommend that you still do the crossover movement? Absolutely, okay? The way my routine is going to go forward, now that I have this bench, the way my routine is going to move forward is going to be incline. Let's say the first day of the week that I do chest is going to be incline. Then the second day in the week that I do chest, because I do hit every body part at least twice a week. The second day, it's going to be middle. And then the next time I do chest, it'll be the bottom of my chest, okay? Now, when I do middle chest, I'm not going to be doing the regular bench press. I'm going to be doing the crossover. Because ever since I started doing the crossover, guys, I've seen the middle of my chest in this area here. It's getting a lot harder. The lines are getting defined. I see a lot more of a benefit in this whole thing. Does that mean that you have to cut out the regular bench press? No, absolutely not. It does not mean you have to cut that out. It just means that me personally, I'm going to be doing the incline fly, the crossover movement, and the decline fly. Those three I'm going to be implementing. If you guys take a look at the benefits of a fly movement, okay? A fly movement. If you look at the benefits are outstanding because you're hitting all the middle of your chest. That's what the crossover movement's going to do. So I recommend you keep that in your routine. Keep that in your arsenal. Continue to do it because it's going to give you benefit that even the incline and decline fly cannot give you. And it's going to give you benefit that even a regular bench press cannot give you. So I recommend keeping that in your arsenal, okay, guys? All right, so you could alternate, like I mentioned. You could do first day of the week, chest, you're doing one. The next time you do another, next time you do another, till you cover all the ground and then just restart again. Or you can do it in one long chest day, okay? What would I recommend? I would recommend if you are truly trying to burn your muscles out as much as possible, get the most benefit from all portions of your chest. If you want the most benefit, I recommend doing it on separate days. Because if you don't, it's going to take too long, and you're going to end up just kind of doing chest on your whole day. The whole day is just going to be doing chest. Because when you might even overtrain your delts, okay, if you do that, because you're still using your delts. That just goes without saying. You have to use your delts in order to do chest movements. So I recommend splitting them up. That's my personal preference. Again, I recommend doing all 3 movements, maybe even 4 if you want to implement the regular standard bench press, okay? So that would be 4 separate chest movements. Use them, keep using them, build your chest up. You're going to see that strength score go up, regardless of the fact that in the beginning it might go down, all right? That was the in-depth review. That's what I think you guys need to do. I highly recommend that you take into consideration all those movements. If you don't have a variable bench press right now, if you don't have one, don't worry. Do the crossover movement. You will be getting each part of your chest very, very well. But if you have the opportunity to get an incline or decline bench, I do recommend it. I do think that it is beneficial to have if you have the space for it, if you have the money for it. But do you need it? No, you don't necessarily need it, but it will improve your training. I have seen an improvement. It hits just a bit more of what that crossover movement doesn't do. It hits it, and it allows you to do it at an angle that, obviously, the more angles, the better. Like I tell you guys, when I do my curls, I like to hit my curl at different angles, right? Because you're getting a more well-rounded. Your body's full of muscle. The more angles you hit, the more of that muscle you're going to hit, okay? So if you can get as many angles as possible, I recommend it. And this movement with the variable, the incline and decline bench, is going to be very, very beneficial because you can load up heavy, heavy weight so you can hit all the muscles that the fly movements do. But unfortunately, with the fly movements, those are more supplemental because you can't load up heavy weight on them. So you'll get benefit, but you're not going to get too much benefit. Okay, guys? So I recommend the bench. Check out those benches. And hopefully we'll see Tonal add that to their arsenal soon. Hopefully they will give you, in that $500 package, when you first order this machine, hopefully they will give you a variable bench, an incline-decline bench, some point in the future. Right now, we don't see that, but we'll have to hope that it comes soon. All right, guys? I hope that all of you are well. I hope that all of you are safe. I really look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Guys, if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and share so that others can be given this content through YouTube, guys. The more you guys like, subscribe, share, comment, the more of you guys that do that, it means a lot to me. Because my message is going to be able to get out and help other people like hopefully it's helping you, okay? That's what it's about, guys. There's not too much information about this machine out there now. And as you guys know, I'm trying to get it out to as many people as possible. If my stuff has affected your life, please consider doing those things so that we can move forward and try to help many, many people. All right, guys, take care, be safe, talk soon, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video.